It's night 2, second night here on the stream. It is, at present, January 31st, 2025, 9:30 p.m. It's my pleasure to be here tonight. It's been a long day, slow day. What have I been up to? Well, it was a work day, of course. Everybody's working for the weekend, and it's here. So, for some, that will mean leisure and entertainment. My weekend will probably be a bit more busy as I am packing and moving things out of a soon to be moved out of home. So, not my home, mother's home. So, working on that. Hopefully, I'll be able to sandwich in a little me time in there somewhere, but, you know, even if not, that's the break sometimes. You gotta get it done. So, I today will be playing Actraiser 2. Some of you may know this game as Actraiser. Some of you may simply remember Actraiser 1 and think, oh, I didn't know they made a sequel. Or, quite possibly, oh, that sounds bad. This would not be such an unconventional attitude. It was not terribly well received when it came out. For, in large part, the simple reason that it was so dissimilar from Actraiser 1. The action scenes that constituted half of the magic stew of Actraiser accounted for a mere half of, accounted for the entirety of Actraiser 2. Actraiser 2 stripped out the simulation overworld elements that I think made Actraiser 1 so unique and probably in some sense so memorable for Super Nintendo players. If you look at the box art for Actraiser 2, it actually says, in fact, you know what, let me see if I can fish up that box art. One moment. Here we are. Here we go. Well, maybe slightly harder than I thought. So let's just have you take my word for it for right now that in fact the box for Actraiser 2 says in big letters across the right-hand side, 100% pure action and excitement. Now, it's possible that the reason for that was to make the kids know that, hey, this isn't some sort of weird high-minded action/simulation hybrid like Actraiser 1. It's all about the running and gunning, the hack and slashing, the defeating evil, pretty grotesque-looking demons in this at points. They definitely, the master, the hero of the first Actraiser, and the one to which you report in Soul Blazer, another Enix game. The master is a bit more... he's facing off against more of a cavalcade of grotesques in this one. And he's a little more loaded for bear, too. He's got wings. He's disrobed, jacked, angelic body, just out there in the cold, whipping breeze for all to see. So I actually, although I was a huge fan of the first Actraiser and the unique elements of that game, I think this one is no less an interesting, not expansion. It's a regression, but as an action platformer, I think this is a very strong game. It is very difficult. The last time I played this, I did not get that far. So let's see how deep I can get into it here in a reasonable amount of time. All right, here we go. If I recall correctly, there's some way you can actually play this intro sequence. I don't know what, if anything, you get out of it, but... This is sort of a prologue for you. As you see here, the Master is about to clash metal with Tanzra, the great Demon King Tanzra, who I believe is simply supposed to be the devil. Made it look easy. Most feared and powerful demons. Less so specifically, I think, in this one than in the first Actraiser. The music in this game is heavily derived from sort of... It's trying to draw on sounds common to, like, Baroque classical music. In the first Actraiser, in fact, there's a section of the soundtrack, the Overworld soundtrack, that is almost note for note pulled from a Bach violin concerto, although I cannot recall which concerto it is, and I haven't seen anyone else discuss this, so it has not been something I've been able to track down. I must have been 11 years old when I realized that. Diligence. You know, something great's going on in a town called Diligence. You know, I never let this roll long enough as a kid to know that they did like a get hyped intro for all the towns. Yeah, Enix is a beloved developer for me in the Super Nintendo era. They did a bunch of games that, while, you know, similar to other SNES titles, they were consistently sort of a little bit peculiar and a little off in their sensibility and their approach in a way that made them really stick out in my head. Actraiser is certainly that way. The Soul Blazer, very much so. EVO, maybe the foremost example of that, actually. Obviously, Illusion of Gaia, that's one that is more broadly popular, I would say, than the ones I just mentioned. All right, here we go. Now, if I were playing on the Japanese version, I believe I could set it to an extreme difficulty mode. I'm going to play on normal because last time I played this it was on normal and I didn't do so hot, so hopefully with the pressure of recording in progress I can really lock in here. 13 original demons. You can take these in any order, but I feel like this is probably supposed to be the first level, given that it's right here. In the first game, it sets forth that that spot you're zooming into from the sky is a statue of the master. Yeah, there he is. All right. It's a huge graphical upgrade for these levels from the first Actraiser. This one, for this kind of thing, I think some of these graphics look almost as good as you'll get on the system. There is slowdown in this game, which can actually help you, because a big part of it is just cracking off as many of these sword swipes as fast as you can to keep them from just colliding into you. I also have 3 magic scrolls right under my life bar in the upper left. Activate those by holding down the Y button. The issue is that you have different types of magic, but you can't cycle through them. It changes on the fly based on your physical position. So if I'm flying, crouching, or standing upright, it's a different type of magic. And that can be very hard to, like, adjust on the fly. Oh, alright, first boss. I'm just gonna try to use this magic to get through him. Ooh. The hitbox can be very uncompromising for this. Also quick striking me since he knows I'm trying to burn him. Well, I'm all out of magic now, so it doesn't seem super likely that I can do this. Relatively speaking, I tend to be pretty good with these platformers even nowadays, but this is one of the ones where I sort of marvel at how good I at one time was at it, because I do not feel as capable as I presumably must have been once. Alright, going into it with full health. Hey. Alright. Magic wasn't shit. Sword... Oh. That's not even the boss. Oh. What an idiot I looked like 5 seconds ago. Alright. Having the music just crank right back in was a little humiliating, I must say. Oh! 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 I thought that You know, on these other ones, these hard ledges, you won't just slide off the edge. But that seems you will. This means I have to fight that guy again, doesn't it? Oh no. It's a little punitive to make me fight the mini-boss again, I think. Alright. I'm still sort of bull rushing through it. I'm taking a bit of damage doing that, but it wasn't damage that did me in last time, it was slippery bootsies. Oh no! Bastard. What? Oh my god. I assumed that when you were inside the tree, it wasn't still quicksand. That was an assumption I paid dearly for. So I just have to land right on the lip. Alright. I mean, if you're going to make this game nothing but action platforming, I do support it being a stiff challenge. Not that, I mean, this is probably, 80 million people on Earth right now who would have beaten that in their first go. It's not that big a percentage of the world population, but... yeah, the aerial attacks do more damage. So whether it's a charge forward or a down strike like that, clear them in one hit. Second in my Twitch streaming career is going to send the wrong impression about my abilities, which are generally pretty good. Okay, I guess I'll use one of my magics, just to sort of get on the board. I used it too soon. Alright, now just don't die. That's all there is to it. When you're close enough to him to hit him with the sword, it's then you're not at good range to block with the shield, or at least that's been the issue I've been running into. Maybe I just haven't mastered it yet, and I'm rushing through it, not doing my due diligence. I don't remember this being hard for me at all as a kid. This is supposed to be like a gimme level, I feel like. I shouldn't be whining so much. If I actually lock in and play my best, it wouldn't be that hard. Just been lugging boxes around all day. Here we go. Enough fooling around. Alright. Well, I've got a better theory of how to deal with him now. Even though it didn't actually really work out as far as health goes, but... Oh, hey, look. More magic. I fucking hate this frog. Not a comment about the French. I would never say something like that. Nope. Oh god, I'm at one fucking nub. Alright. Even if I get across, I'm just gonna get shot in the face with this. Oh! I thought that I could go back and the screen would be locked so that I couldn't walk out the back. And then I would have, like, been able to get a running start in my head. Like, obviously that's not, I'm sure, something reflected in the mechanics of the game, but, you know, you feel like with that little extra bit of runway, you'll be able to time the jump better. Oh. Alright, if we don't get it this time, I'm gonna move on to a different level and come back to this with a fresh set of eyes later. Alright. I think those green things are just points. Oh, I couldn't be sure. I'm just going to play a defensive game with him here. This is the slow and steady way to clear this without incurring needless damage. And the down strike is more powerful, so it doesn't even take that many. Okay. Good to have that settled. This is not, I'm really not draping myself in glory here. It's a little psychologically daunting doing this, knowing that at the end of the day, it's not actually lack of life that's sort of standing at the end of this taunting me. It's precision fly jumping. Nope. Let's wait for it to actually be here. It goes over a bit further than I keep thinking it does. Get out of here. God damn it. Alright. No thinking about it. Just gotta do it. Nope. Nope. Is there something I'm not getting here? Does one of my magic things make me... Huh, well, okay. Come on. Yes, alright. Whew. Respawning underneath me. Real House of Horrors. Okay. What do we got? Ugh. I shouldn't even be using this. I'm not gonna... Ah! Fuck. That's excellent boss design. You have got... Ah! Oh, the fucking thorns. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a shield? That doesn't help me at all. Oh! Oh! Well, that was the boss. Let's tootle on off and see what's happening in Modero. The desert has become horrible. People who have passed away due to starvation have been turned into ghouls. Ghouls? Oh, ghouls. Okay. Just, great work they did on the translation, I suppose. That is supposed to be ghouls, right? Huh. By the demon. The giant mouths towards the sky are part of the demon. There are many cliffs here, and we are unsure of what is beneath. Please be careful in jumping off them. The many mouths pointed towards the sky. Now, I seem to remember what that refers to. As I recall, this is one of the more grotesque, gothic horror-y level designs. Oof. Ah. I'm gonna love dealing with that. Yeah, look at that. I love the attention to detail having the ocean back there. Okay. These must be the mouths. Just leave me be. You were quite clear in specifying, be careful when you jump, because we don't know what's down there. I guess there's no way for me to know, though, is there? Alright, okay. Ooh, thank you. Slow and steady. Caution and prudence. Checkpoint, that would be pretty big for me. I wonder if the mini-boss I fought in the last level counts as one of Tanzer's 13 demons. Because that does feel like a lot. I don't know if there are 13 like main stage levels in this. Okay, I should be taking out the legs, not the... Alright. So that's just a consistent one-up that I can use to stay in the fight. It's always gonna be magic. I've got too much fucking magic now. Oh. Not strictly speaking intentional. No. I tried to run from him. I tried to run from the legs. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to win, is what I mean. It's going to be a long while before I attempt to play one of these types of games on a stream again. I need to be a little more leveled up than I am right now. But I'll get there. Just gotta get lathered back up. It's been a long time since I've been in this world. Bird's gonna do something. It's got to. Can't just be a total red herring, can it? Alright, well. Nope. Nope. Almost. Oh, fuck me. Oh, good. Okay, this must be a checkpoint. Alright. Still in it. 3 lives. Yeah, a lot of the creatures in this one bothered me as a child. I'm now remembering these wall mouths. We've seen the floor mouths, and now they got the wall mouths too. Fair. Oh, it's a perfectly fair challenge. Oh. Huh. Right. Maybe I have to keep the my shield ability corked, but I only have 2 scrolls. I'm gonna need something for the final boss. Guess I'll just go fuck myself. Wish enemies dropped health more frequently. Alright, here we go. I think I got this one. Alright, what's happening? Oh. Ugh. Okay. Well. If I made it there with anything left, I think I could have gotten him. That seemed a bit more conventional as a final boss. It did not hit me with all the shock and awe of the goblin riding the cloud that slowly gets bigger. All right. That was pretty clean, all told. Here we go. I'm gonna stay limber. Mind free and easy. As though I were gliding down a river on a warm summer's day. Perhaps the Russian River. Right near Guerneville. So nice out there that time of year. Nope, it's falling apart. I'm not on the river anymore. Oh, I didn't know I could put that up. Doesn't really help me right now, but... Alright. Just gotta be better. Just gotta grind harder. See what I can do. Felt like the fire was probably the best bet for him, based on his shape. But let's see. Oh. Now what? Eyeball. Oh, God. Alright. Alright. All right. That is one disgusting little goblin gone. I mean, he was little at the end. That's what we'll go with. Madero is clear. Took me longer than I wanted to get the first one out of the way, but I did it. That I have. People who passed away from starvation may rest now. You see, what I admire about the Enix games of this era in particular is a startling commitment to being a little depressing. You know, I killed the monster. That doesn't mean the dead get to live again. It just means they will not be, you know, subjected to the roiling gnashing of teeth any longer. Return to the city? Sure. Yeah, hey. What's up? Oh. Hunger is one of the strongest desires a human being may feel. I believe it is difficult for them to control. Tell me about it. I ate some of these, I was at Berkeley Bowl today doing a little shopping. I got an impulse buy in the Japanese food section. It was a spring onion flavored like potato chip. It was very good, I must say. Oh, sorry, this isn't it. Cave is over here. The demon gluttony. They look sort of like aliens more than ants, I would say. Alien ant farm. Larva. Sort of like their attitude. Scooting along. Alright. You win. I'll get out of here. Gives. It's not where I'm supposed to be. Okay. I get the picture. Where else I would go? Backtracking, right? What do I have to do to get through that? I'm gonna run out of time at this rate. Yeah, no, there's no other route up here. I'm just confused. break through it with magic? Actually, sort of looked like it was going to for a second there, but... If you've played this game right now, you're probably watching me furious. Yeah, I don't know. I'm afraid that I am not feeling very competent in this moment. Okay, there's nothing... I guess not kill all the enemies, because they just keep coming back. Unless it's that one. Unless I have to kill the flying one. Maybe that's it. Is that it? I gotta get you, you little asshole. Getting mighty tired of these guys. Oh, I briefly thought I had to roll that egg over to the platform, but that was maybe assuming more of this game than is in evidence. I am almost totally on tilt here. Oh my god. Down and A is what does it. You would have thought I would have tried that. I was trying a lot of things, but I guess by dumb luck I simply didn't. But that foible cost me 2 of my lives. So it's all but assured that I'm gonna have to go back unless I really roll a hot hand on this boss. Ugh! Alright. That was pretty good. There's just gonna be another one, isn't there? There's gonna be another one on the next screen. I don't really see why you'd have a bunch of ants for gluttony. Like, ants are not gluttonous, they're... What they do for utility. Alright, speeding right along this time. Damn it. Get away from me. That's a tough one. I will say You know, when you revisit these games, you want to approach them with a fresh set of eyes, not unlike the concept behind my award-winning podcast, Now We Know. Check us out at patreon.com/nowweknow. I think that I don't think the game is too hard, because obviously back when I was better at it, I wasn't having much trouble. And it wasn't that I was uniquely better at this game or that I had practiced up on it. It was just that my mind was a little more, would snap to this sort of thing a little quicker and a little easier. Whoops, excuse me. Forgot they were going to keep coming. I think that it's a fair challenge, but too much going all the way back when I lose a life. On a certain level, there's a tedium in that that I think is bothering me now more than it did when I was that age. Just gonna burn my last magic on him. Have to try to get at least to the boss with one life left, so... God, too many fucking flying ants! I can't be the first person to have made that observation. Anything else around here? No. No hidden health. Oh, God. Yep. Okay. Very funny. Oh, man. Alright. That was unexpectedly smooth. Something I do really admire, it makes the game more challenging, but if you do the flight jump, the double jump, he has to flap his wings to stop his forward momentum. So you have to be very conscious of that or you'll just careen into enemies. Oh man, more. I was told the main thing with this was going to be ants, but the spiders are clearly the bigger problem when you get down into the headquarters here. Yeah, bigger problem is the wrong word. They're running the show. Ugh. Stay away from me. Freak. Alright. Haven't seen a single one of those guys. Just shows up at the last minute to troll me. Alright. Oop. Okay. Alright. Oh, God. This will not fucking end. What are these fucks? Ugh. MP. I needed health. I went over there for health. Go away. Keep it coming. Could use more of those. Alright. Ah. Oh, I see. Sort of a xenomorph kind of thing. Can I hit you? No? Is that a red herring? Am I not aiming at that thing? Oh, I did miss. Okay, no, it is. It is him. It's just oh my god. Oh my god! These are enemies that rule through annoyance. Ugh! Ah! Oh. I almost got him through, frankly, what would have been dumb luck. I really don't want to play that again. Do not want to go back in that cave. That was getting to be really a drag. That stupid bullshit I was doing had just worked a couple seconds longer. I would never have to go back in that cave. But yes, I do. Alright. We're gonna go somewhere else for right now. But, first, I'm going to, make a quick save. There we go. That makes me feel a little more security. Where shall we go next, gang? Deathfield. Ice Palace. Tortoise Island. Beautiful scenic Tortoise Island. Let's go to the Ice Palace. Last time I went to a place, he's like, oh, these people have been turned into demons by their hunger. There's gnashing mouths all over the surface. Be careful. This time he's like, oh, did you know, Master, there's a building that's cold? That took quite a lot. I really do love the enemy design in this. The graphics are good. The music is by and large good and befitting the mood of the game. Sprite work is good. I think the Demon's Cave, the ants, and the larvae, setting aside how maddening I found the larvae especially, I think the enemies were getting a little overly repetitive. The spiders were good. The spiders had a lot of character. I shouldn't have even gone for that. Hey, they gave me a checkpoint. That's bizarre. They gave me a checkpoint after playing for 30 seconds when every other level I would have killed. I would have killed anyone I had ever known for a checkpoint. Okay. Fuck. Alright, well, maybe I can use that to get out of here. What am I guess it's the same deal. No. Well, won't go in there again. Okay. So far, they've been throwing a lot of low yield opportunities at me. Not going in there for 1 hit point, or I guess the MP is valuable, but not at risk to my life on that level of everything that I'm having trouble negotiating in this. I think spikes and specifically hitboxes. The hitboxes are a little strange in this game. Especially if you're in midair and you're on your way, you're trying to pass over an enemy. You can get clipped from what looks like a surprising amount of clearance. Yeah, insane that I get a checkpoint here. It almost feels like some sort of fucked up joke that they would put a checkpoint there after what I've been subjected to in the other 2 levels. Okay. So, oh, hey. I remember this guy. This friendly crab. Do a little crab walking. Yeah. Oh! Keep going. Nothing doing. Alright, let's go. Keep it up. No. Ah, you bastard. Come on. Put your whining and get going. Gotta love all that palace intrigue, huh? Ugh. This is like the blocks in Mega Man. Can I make it up onto the first one with just a quick... No. Just gotta be quicker on the draw on the bottom and hop right up right quick. Let's see what the first guy's got for me. I see you down there. Okay. Really just be back off and push in, can it? I guess it can, why couldn't it? Just 'cause it seems a little tough. Okay, so the checkpoint is there, and then it's all the way through. At least that was worth it. At this point, I feel like I can kind of roll through here without wasting a lot of time on these enemies. Doesn't actually feel like they're being all that. They're not putting a ton of pressure on me. At this rate, I'm not going to have enough life to deal with that guy anyways. I don't even remember him being there the last time I did this. That's new, isn't it? I just failed to trigger him somehow last time. Trying the jump attack, it's not really working because he's jumping too. He's got more jump than me, more reach than me with the sword, has the shield. Just walk. We both know that this will be over the sooner you get me over there. For whatever reason, there's something about this game where the stuff that keeps flying at me, that's hurting me, that's dealing me damage every run, just doesn't stick in my mind. I keep making stupid mistakes. Is that guy gonna be here? I hope not. Yeah, he's not here. Alright. Maybe the fire is the way to go. Maybe I just fucked it up last time. Damn it. Nope. Come here and fight me properly. Well, I'm not sure I'm going to get too much more blood from that stone right now. Let's give Deathfield a whirl. At least give a grand circle tour of the front half of the levels in this game, even if I'm not having a terribly easy time polishing any of them off. I could beat the ant one. Demonstrably, I could do that, but it was really a drag. I really did not enjoy that. let this get out of hand. See, that's what I'm talking about. The hitbox on that fire is deranged. I've jumped over enemies more easily than that fire. Oh! Where the fuck did I pick this game? Guess I was just on a high with how well I had done, relatively speaking, doing King of the Dragons last night. The King of Dragons, pardon me. And I thought it would all be so easy. All gravy. Actraiser's Mario 3 moment here. Ah! Alright. We're gonna give Deathfield another spin. I think I had hit a good stride with that. I think I'll actually topple this section of this level at any rate. Pretty easily this time. Yeah, calling my shot. I remember the mini-boss of this one. He's a Pegasus riding knight in the sky. I think I'll defeat him without incident. Stand that. It appears that my play is deteriorating a bit. I could stay low. Yeah, that's a much better. Oh, god damn it! I can't make that. That's not even remotely realistic. All right. Okay. There's health over there. But can I do it? Okay, got away with the whole thing. Well, no point in me doing all that. Oh. This might be our last level tonight, gang. I hate to say it. Alright, my arrogance aside, in predicting I would beat him easily. No, fuck that. I am gonna beat him easily. I'm going to kill that, I called him a Pegasus rider. I guess he's a centaur, but the horse has wings. A Pegasus centaur? Is that what you would call that? Or is there a compound word for it? Alright. I'm going to knock this guy off, and then I'm going to call it a night. me. Don't know what I was expecting there. All those guys do is jump on you. Ugh. Not what I was trying to do. Got him. See? It's all just a matter of focus. Oh, right. That's not the end of it. Okay. I get to climb up the fucking castle I just fell down. That's compelling level design if you want to punish someone. Punish someone for enjoying your game. How hot a hand am I rolling here? Can I do it? Can I get all the way up? Ah! Should have backed up. Well, I guess I can just as easily go down this way, can't I? This. Much better. Okay. Wonder if that's going to be worth it once the opportunity to grab it presents itself. Probably will do it. Alright. Alright. Boss time. Ooh. Oh, come on! This means I get the magic. Get that health, I'll go into it with 3 magic, and if I'd hit with that last magic, frankly, I probably would have beaten him, but I whiffed. Just let me... No, alright, fine. Yes! Alright. I gotta say, I feel a lot better about that, having beaten the second level. And, I can see now, not unlike in Dragon Ball Z, when you do a little training, suddenly what once felt impossible now feels entirely possible. I can see how, in a relatively short amount of time, I could gear back up and beat this game. But I will say that I'm starting to grow concerned that some of my fondness for this game as a kid may have been misplaced. I'm not actually sure that what I've played this far, has been that good. I agree. That's a sentiment we could all share. Well, I will save my state in case we are to come back to this at some point, but I think that I am going to call it there for the evening. Yeah, as you know, I'm going to assemble a list of the games I play on this channel, and you know, some streamers will be like, oh, here's my list of such and such games. I think I'm just going to do a big list of cross-platform games. I think I'm just going to have a list of everything I play. And then at the, you know, the end of the night, I'll say, well, how good was that? Was it better or worse than the last one I played? This, I have to say, for all the technical advantages, I mean, it looks very good, in my opinion. I think the sprite work is good. Some of the enemy sprites are a lot better than others. The the knight that was just running around with his spear in that last level, that was pretty lazy stuff, I would say. Some of the level design also is much more intricate and imaginative than others. The Death Field level I was in, again, maybe they were just relying on the foreground fire effect, or background rather, sorry, to fill in a lot of the gaps in your mind of, oh, look, a war-torn battlefield. This is cool. But, it doesn't have quite the panache or the charm of, say, the level, what was it? The first level before the Demon's Cave, where there's the gnashing mouths on the ground. That level, I think, was very nicely designed. And it even had the detail of, oh, you jump high enough, you can see behind the hills behind you, the ocean with the sun setting in the background. I think that was very artful and very nice. But by and large, yeah, I don't know about this one. I think that I had heard this criticized a lot at the time as being not as good as the first Actraiser, because they got rid of all the interesting simulation stuff that was kind of the stuff in a thematic way that related to you actually being a god, or being God. I don't think this fits too neatly into any Judeo-Christian mythos, but in the first game, because of those simulation parts, you definitely more feel like you're in charge of something. Like you are a god, or at least a demigod. In this, because it is all platforming, you have no oversight over the world, and it's very challenging. You feel oh so mortal. Never has God felt so relatively ineffectual as he does within the confines of Actraiser 2. Music, I think, is also pretty uneven. The Death Field music was pretty good. The music in the aforementioned gnashing of teeth level, I thought was pretty good. But yeah, the music certainly in the Ice Palace, it was pretty good. I guess I do like the music all right in this. But obviously, I had a really bad time in that cave, in that ant cave. That was a drag. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Excuse me. The forest stage, I mean, that was right when I started. If I dipped back into that now, it probably wouldn't give me as much trouble. I will say that. I think part of the issue I ran into a lot in this, in getting fed up and trying to gallop through the level after I knew it sort of well, is that this feels like, as a platformer, kind of similar to, I haven't played a ton of these. It's not really my kick, but people play those Dark Souls games, which are a punishing difficulty, but the sort of the give and take of the game has to do with, well, I know what's coming here. I know, when I have to dodge based on this kind of attack. And you just have to string this level of, like, hyper attention to detail together. By no means am I suggesting that Actraiser 2 is a comparable challenge to that, but I think it's calling on a similar level of trial and error and pattern recognition and patience. And my patience was a little waning today. I think, I still felt in myself that thing of, when I finally did kill the knight at the end of the Death Field, had that feeling of like, okay, I am locked in on this now in a way that I don't think I was when I first started playing. I thought I could breeze by in a kind of laissez-faire way, and that was arrogant of me, and I was punished for it. But all that said, didn't have as good a time with it as I did the King of Dragons. You know, if you like a beat 'em up like that, an arcade port beat 'em up, then you like it. If you don't like it, you don't. I tend to like those games a great deal. Even, I mean, it's not a beat 'em up exactly because it's not Melee, but Sunset Riders, the SNES port, is such an enjoyable game. Really a delight. Also, 2-player, a collaborative and cooperative effort in that game. There's no 2-player in this. It's you sitting alone, pretending you're God and slaying some demons, and that can be a grand old time too. But I think now that I am an adult, and I better appreciate the necessity of having friends and people in one's life. I would quite like to settle in with a comrade and roll through a game like the King of Dragons. I don't feel much of a desire to lower my head to the grindstone and just slam it against Actraiser 2 until I've beaten it. The fact that it seems like it's rolling out 3 bosses per, right? Because when I did the ant cave, there was no mini boss. It was just the final boss. But the first stage of each one had a mini boss. Am I right about that, or am I overlooking something? Yeah, pretty sure I'm right about that. Yeah, because the one in the Ice Palace that kept killing me, that wasn't a final boss. That was a mini boss. That was just an incredibly inscrutable mini boss that had an impenetrable defense that I could not figure out. I'm sure I could, but the point is that I don't really want to. So, and I like the King of Dragons, so in simplest terms, this is ranked below that. I do not yet have a widget to denote that list, but I think at this point we can pretty easily remember, my only having done 2 of these, that Actraiser 2 currently sits at my second favorite video game of all time. The big board, Actraiser 2, number 2. The King of Dragons, number 1. When you get right down to it, I can't think of a better game they've ever made than the Super Nintendo port of the King of Dragons. But the rankings can always change. So, don't get too down if your favorite hasn't been played yet. Which, let's be honest, it hasn't. So, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you for watching. And, yeah, I'll have some more updates coming up soon. I got to throw together at some point a template like this, a streaming template for the podcast, Now We Know, patreon.com/Now We Know, among other places, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of that, where my co-host and co-creator, Kevin, and I revisit impactful, delightful, or traumatic entertainment obsessions of our youths through the jaded eyes of adulthood. That is what we do over there, and we're quite eager to trot out some more video content too. Our dear friend Natasha has who knows a thing or two about this kind of thing, has been practically clubbing us over the head, begging us to start doing video stuff, and I'm finally set up to start doing more of it. So at some point we'll be putting out announcements on the podcast about the video offerings we have coming up. Perhaps I'll tease my own feed too. I mean, it's a little bit, conflict of interest. I don't want to cannibalize the audience. But, yeah, thank you so much for joining. I do just want to flag that the clock still doesn't look right, and I worked on it some more today. It'll be funny if this is like the through line of my entire Twitch streaming career, is that I'm never able to get that clock in the same font as the rest of the whole setup. But if that happens, I mean, that'd be a little funny, right? Well, we'll see. In any event, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I'm not sure when I'll be back next, but could be real soon. We'll see. So, the big board, the final standings right now. The King of Dragons, number 1. Actraiser 2, number 2. Thank you, and good night.